Welcome to Charmed Intentions. I am excited for today's spell. Today we're going to be doing an attraction jar. I love jar spells. One of my favorite kind of spell is a jar spell. It creates a microcosm of whatever it is, whether it's more baneful and you're kind of binding someone into that gel, making them that jar, making them suffer, or whether it's something, more fun and warm and loving like today. Jar spells are just so slept on and super, super customizable. I love them. We're doing an attraction jar. So this can be for if you have someone specific in mind, attract that person towards you, pull them towards you. This could also be used to intensify your personal magnetism, and it can also be kind of customized to however you want it to be. So if you want people to see you more innocently, you can program this for that. More wifely, husbandly, long term, you can program it for that. If you want fun, attraction, passion, obsession, you can program it for that. So I'm just so excited to do this today. And that is today's working. So my Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. I have custom spell work on there as well. I have candles burned on my altar over there. So a lot of cool stuff over there. You can hit me up over there if you're into that. And let's get into today's spell. So for today's spell, you will need some vanilla essential oil. This is really good for sweetening. This is really good for romance. This is good for magnetism and that kind of love that makes you feel warm inside. This is going to make people absolutely adore you. Vanilla is one of those, kind of elements that can really do that, bring out that adoration. And then we're going to be using lavender. So this is really good. People sleep on lavender is really good for friendship, but lavender is also really good for making someone trust you. People sleep on using elements of friendship in their spells, but the slept on part is that is what's going to make someone feel like they can trust you. That is what's going to make someone feel like it's more than just attraction and they want you around long term. So especially if you're looking for something more long lasting, don't sleep on adding friendship elements to your romance spells. Lavender is also really good for harmony, so making it so you work really well together with the person that you're attracting, and it's really good for harmonizing your environment as well to bring this towards you. So say your love life has been kind of stale for a while, you just haven't been able to attract, this is going to harmonize that so that the elements are balanced, so it's not just like, okay, dry spell or overabundance of the wrong kind of person either. So we're going to need that. You're going to need a jar and a lid, of course. So I have that here. You're going to need some incense. I'm using passion incense because I already have so many elements that are more kind of light, eerie, nice, adoration, friendship, love, romance, that I want to add a little spark. Okay, so I'm using passion, but you can use lotus. Lotus is really good for stimulating romantic relationships and also make people very attracted to you in a sacral chakra kind of way, if you know what I mean. Very physically attracted to you. You could use rose, incense, that's always a banger. Love is super, rose is super high vibrational, and of course, a flower of love. And then I'm going to be using some love rice here as well. So I got some pink love rice that I have created myself with a bunch of herbs and oils in it. If you don't have any love rice, you can use any powders that you have, any resins that you have, or you can double down. You can add another essential oil. That would be really good and powerful too. Essential oils are super, super powerful, even more powerful than using the herb form, just because it's so freaking concentrated. So literally, if you just have the essential oils, that's fine. You don't have to add the extra, but of course I practice magic all the time, so I have so much stuff. And then I'll be using some rose. So these roses were given with love. I always love to use roses that are given with love if I can in my spells, but you can use any dried rose that you have. That is totally fine. I'm going to be using those. You can use fresh rose if you like, but you're going to want to know that they will start to decompose in the jar, so it won't last as long. If you like to have this in your window or under your bed for continuous attraction, that would be more something you would want to dump into the earth after, say, a couple of weeks. But yeah, we're going to get started, and then you're going to need a piece of paper to write your petition. So let's just say our opening evocation to open up the space, and that is just sacred space. Now come to be blessed with light and energy. Magic stirs and flows through me. So mote it be, so mote it be. So first, let's write our petition. So I'm going to leave mine more open-ended, but if you want to attract someone specific, definitely write that right on your petition. I'm talking their first and last name, your first and last name, and both of your date of birth. If you have it, you can use a picture of them and write on the back of that picture and use the picture of them as your petition as well if you don't, have all of their information. But I'm going to use mine for adoration, attraction, and love and romance. So I'm going to say, I attract an abundance of kind, loving, thoughtful, generous, people towards me at all times in all situations. So I'm leaving mine open to whoever wants to spoil me with adoration, generosity, okay? You don't sleep on the connections you can make through stuff like this. In every way, place, or situation, I am surrounded by people who love me and take care of me. Surrounded by and adored by people who love me and take care of me. I receive the very best love offers in abundance. All right, so that is my petition. And then once that's done, we're going to start to build our jar. So go ahead and put a few drops of both essential oils onto your petition. The vanilla smells so good, and the lavender. Okay. And then first I'm going to add a layer of love rice. So love rice, of course, is programmed for romance. Rice is really good for stability, longevity. It's a symbol of constant security and being taken care of. So I'm going to add that at the bottom. Then I'm going to take out my rose, crush it up a bit, and I'm going to add that to the jar. Stuff that in there. Fold this 3 times towards yourself, your petition. 1, 2, 3. Place that right in the middle. Add a couple drops more of the lavender. Oh my God, this smells so good. And the vanilla. And then continue to build, adding more of that love rice. I'm gonna put the rest in there, I think. Let's see how much I can fit. Yeah, I'm gonna put the rest. Let me get a sip of water. Just to really make it powerful, put it all. And then another layer of rose. So that is surrounding your petition, which is your intention, with love rice, with vanilla, with lavender, with the rose, the highest vibrating flower on this earth, given with love. I like to take an entire rose bud and I'm going to crush that right into there. I want to say these were given by my dad to my mom for Valentine's Day, and I dried these myself. I'm good for like, oh, you done with those roses? You done with those flowers? And I dry them, and they're married, and they have been for a long time. So these roses represent long-term love, stability, marriage, partnership, harmony, and they were given with love. So it doesn't even have to be roses that were given to you with love. You could take even roses that you bought for yourself to treat yourself for, like say you did a love ceremony, you know, for self-love, or a petition to Aphrodite or whatever goddess you're into, and you use some, you know, flowers for it. It doesn't have to be rose either. It could be like peony. Peony is specifically good for marriage. If you have peony essential oil but not lavender or vanilla, you could sub that out and use that, or same thing with rose essential oil. You could use wildflowers if you want a free, unbound, unthwarted love where you can both love and support each other forever. And then I'm going to put a few more drops of that essential oil. Oh my goodness, I love jars. They're just so perfect and amazing. And then I am going to seal this. So like I said, that is creating that microcosm. That petition, as long as it is in this jar surrounded by these herbs, it will constantly be bringing to you exactly what we wrote on that petition. So I freaking love jars because they're just truly so long lasting. All right, so let me get an incense holder. I'm gonna burn this right on top. Honestly, if you just have like a red or pink candle, you can put that on top as well if you don't have any incense, and let that burn through. But I have incense, so I'm going to light that right on top of the jar. It will be slightly out of frame, but it will work just the same. Let's put that in there, and then let's light it. Give that a few seconds to light. Oh, this smells so good. I love hemp incense. If you have, you know, whatever brand you have, that is also totally fine. But hemp incense is super affordable and super, super potent. You can smell just how much, you know, craftiness they put into their incense. I love them. All right, so like I said, it's out of frame, but the incense is lit. Let me see if I can put it down here just so you guys can, because I know some people really need the visual. So usually I'd put it right on top so all that energy from that incense could just shoot right into that jar. But I'm going to put it here just for visuals so you guys can see it. So once that is lit, go ahead and put your hands around the incense and speak over the incense what you want to happen. I am adored by everyone that comes across me. I am loved. I am always chosen. The very best opportunities give themselves to me in abundance. I am always loved. I am always supported. And I'm always chosen for the very best things. I get the most love and generosity, kindness, and wealth from my partners, from my lovers, from my admirers. I have many admirers and they're very protective and loving towards me. I only attract those who are truly in alignment with me, those who are good, and those who absolutely adore me, support me, and love me. With this attraction jar, I draw towards me exactly what I want in the perfect time, in the perfect way. And like I said, you know, use this time to speak from the heart over your person, over your situation, if this is for someone specific for you. Once you said everything you need to say, we're going to let this incense fully burn through, but we're going to say our closing evocation now to let our guides know, okay, I said everything I needed to say. You can go ahead and take over now and work your magic. So that is just the gate closes, the spell is spun. My work is done. The magic won. With love and light, I set it free. So done it is, so mote it be. Once this incense is fully done burning, I would let this charge in the moonlight for 3 consecutive days. You can take it out during the daylight. For me, when I let something charge on my altar, I always do night and day. I don't take it out just during night or just during day. Maybe some rare occasions where it really is better, but something like this, I would let it charge both. You can leave it up to 21 days, you can leave it up to 3 months, you can leave it eternally in that windowsill where it's connected to all the moon phases, just further amplifying your magic. Every time there's a powerful conjunction with the sun, for an example, your jar will be right there in the window soaking up all that good energy. I would say at least 3 days though, keep it in the window. After that, you can put it under your bed frame, like, so not under your frame, but completely, on the floor under your bed where you sleep. You can keep it on your beauty stand if glamour yourself at all. You can keep it on your altar. You can keep it in front of a vision board. There's many different ways to go about it. Once you're done, if you do ever become like, all right, I want to do another one, or all right, I got what I wanted, I want to release this, go ahead and release this into the earth. Dig a small hole and release this into the earth. All of the contents, they're all biodegradable, so it'll all be fine. And bury that into the earth, and that will just further amplify your magic with that earth energy. And you are done. That is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's attraction jar. And my Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, a candle burned on my altar, that is where you can find me. And that is what I have for you today. I will see you in the next one. So mote it be.